Richard Kimball. Profession, Doctor of Medicine. Destination, Death Row State Prison. Richard Kimball has been tried and convicted for the murder of his wife. But laws are made by men, carried out by men. And men are imperfect. Richard Kimball is innocent. Proved guilty, what Richard Kimball could not prove was that moments before discovering his wife's body, he encountered a man running from the vicinity of his home. A man with one arm. A man who has not yet been found. Richard Kimball ponders his fate as he looks at the world for the last time and sees only darkness. But in that darkness, fate moves its huge hand.
Fugitive. A QM production, starring David Jansen as the Fugitive, with guest stars Sandy Dennis, Frank Sutton, Ruth White, R.G. Armstrong, also starring Barry Morse as Lieutenant Gerard. Tonight's episode, The Other Side of the Mountain.
West Virginia. What used to be a town before the coal mine gave out. A naked relic now, without future, without hope. Another dreary point in time for Richard Kimball. 8 months a fugitive.
Is there a bus through here?
Not since the mine closed down. Whiskey?
Beer, please.
Hey. You.
You talking to me?
I sure ain't talking to myself. Where you headed?
North.
North? No place special or nothing?
Just north.
What's the idea? You want to break up the game?
A game without a pot? Beer. On the cuff. Come on, I'm good for it. Nothing here for strangers, boy. Better hightail it someplace else.
Plan to as soon as I can get a lift.
As soon as I can get a lift. How much money you got? Seems like you didn't hear me.
I heard you.
And how much money you got?
Enough to get me where I'm going.
What?
North.
How much that set you back? 40, 50 bucks? You got enough money to buy me a beer?
You ain't answered the man, mister.
You gonna buy me a beer?
Just leaving. You mind?
You mind?
You big jerk.
Grab loose of me! What's the matter? Hey! Hey! Come on, that's not good. What's the matter with you? You are nutty! Come on, Leo!
All right. Who started it? Huh? Look, it's not very funny. It's a very hot night, and I want to know who I got to take in, that's all. Please make it easy on me.
Wait a minute. Yeah, look, I didn't start this.
Tell it to the sheriff.
I don't even know those fellas.
Come on.
Give him room! Give him room!
You gonna live?
Yeah.
4 days to Saturday. Ain't you a little ahead of time this week? Who's he?
He's the guy that started it.
No labels. You say where he's from?
Just where he's going.
Where?
North.
No cars. No driver's license.
You're gonna need something, Sheriff. You're gonna have to find the next of kin.
Is that his?
That's his. That is his.
pictures, no letters. Fella sure travels naked. Nothing, not a thing in a whole bag. Well, I just have to wait till he wakes up, I guess.
Well, don't count on him, Sheriff. He ain't the kind of fellow to talk much.
Won't have to, as long as we got his fingerprints. Hell, now I'm here. Might as well draw me a beer. Almost pays for the nuisance.
Looks like you lost yourself a chicken.
Take South Street. No, he ain't nowhere back there.
Sure had a burr under his tail. Just picked up for fighting.
He took off like the place smelled of skunk.
It does. Tell George to run us over to Bluefield. Take off any prints and put them on the wire tonight.
You got it.
How long would you be gone?
A couple of days.
Phil, they lost him. You might be going down there for nothing.
I hope not, Captain.
So do I. So do I.
Sure it was worth it to bring them dogs up? The worst you could have done is only find him just a couple bucks.
It's important enough for him to run. It's important enough for me to find him.
What time you want the truck back?
A couple of hours, I'd say.
That means I gotta go down and come back up again. It'll cost you another couple of bucks. Up and down is $2. One time or a dozen.
Supposing we just make it the once.
I ain't gonna just hang around out here.
Unless I deputize you. And I deputize you. Drive on up above and take a look. If you see anything, haul tail right back. Now get. Coy, put your dogs to working. I got this out of his bag.
Yeah.
never seen a man so pure mean. What are you trying to do, kill me or something?
You were following me.
I was no such thing. I was just walking along. I've been walking this mountain my whole life. Just so happened I was walking the same way as you.
You all right?
Sure. A hill like that? I mean, I slid down twice the size.
Come on, I'll help you up.
Well, you better help yourself. From the looks of yourself, well, you're gonna need it, too. Well, that must be 2 miles up, at the least. A mountain does that. That plays tricks on you. That's the same with them dogs. They must be 5 miles down the valley. If I was you, I wouldn't worry none.
Who said I was worried?
Jesse Hobart came up to the house this morning. He said some fella run out on the sheriff. Some fella that he picked up for fighting last night. Oh, it was a city fella. I'll race you to the top. Oh, well, twice in one day, that would have been something. You heading over the mountain?
Maybe.
Well, I figured. Wouldn't nobody want to stay this side? I'll show you the way.
It's the 3rd time they brung us right up to the water.
Well, you must have crossed. Ain't no dog in the world can track a man through water.
Them dogs couldn't track a bear through a flour mill. 5 lousy bucks a day for nothing.
Day's not over yet.
There ain't nobody home except Grams. She'd be proud to have you stay and eat. You want to go hungry? Sheriff must be kind of mad at that fella. I mean, just getting the dogs out and all. He's gonna find you, too. Unless you get some help. I know every foot of this mountain. I could show you the way after you eat. Grams! Hi, Grams! Grams, we got us company. This here's Mister. He's gonna sit and eat.
It's a good 60 miles. A trip like that costs money.
How much?
150.
I'll give you 100. How soon can we leave?
Let's go.
can't hold a feller like that. You can't keep him for a pet like he was a rabbit or something.
Well, I found him. Ain't nobody gonna take him away.
Child.
Are you ready to give him to Coy Peter's dogs? I warn you. You scare him off, and I'll sit you down on your skinny old shanks. Grams. When I get him cleaned up, he's gonna be pure pretty.
You won't find anything in that.
No, there ain't nothing in it, so there's no harm done. You ain't gonna go, mister?
You ain't gonna get far, not knowing the way. And them dogs.
Only chance you got is if I help you out. I can do it, mister. I can get you clear.
You keep saying that.
I mean it. I know this mountain like I... So you know what? We could use a truck. Yeah, we got this old pickup truck. It's up the logging camp right now. Ames Woodruff, he asked could he borrow it for the day. All you gotta do is just wait for the truck. You know, you just sit and eat.
I got side meat, fresh bread and gravy.
Well, when will the truck be back?
Well, real soon, that's for sure. 'Cause Ames Woodruff, he don't like to work past noon.
You're Sheriff Bradley.
That's right.
I stopped in town. I'm counting on you to find this man. I've come a long way to get him.
Lieutenant, one of them flying grasshoppers. You must want him real bad.
I want him, as you put it, real bad.
I swear I never did see a man eat so clean. Where you from, mister?
A lot of places.
Yeah, well, I was just asking for one.
You said the truck could be back.
Yeah, well, Ames Woodruff must have stopped a jaw with Miss Keel. See, her old man's up in Clarksburg looking for a job. She and Ames used to be real close till she got married. I guess maybe they still are. Well, you ain't got the sense God gave a beetle. If Ames Woodruff gets one look at you, he's gonna tell it all over the mountain. Now, you just stay outside.
She had her way, she'd keep you here. I guess you know that. I told her. A fella like you. Wasn't even a chance. Make more sense, did you take her along?
You mean you just pack her away with any man that's willing? No matter who or what.
Matters are plenty. And lots of men willing and anxious. But since the mine's closed, all we got is the Del Jackson kind. None of your style. Seen how she been looking at you. You wouldn't have to be ashamed of her. She can be real handsome in a dress. Mister, I ain't got much time left. If I just knowed she was down off this mountain.
Hey, Cassie! I got something to show you. I just been deputized.
Oh, they swearing in fools and jackasses now.
You just ain't got no respect for the law. Hey, Gramps!
She ain't here.
She ain't here.
She ain't here. Said she went out to pick us some berries.
She must have just knowed I was coming by.
You see any weasel traps around? You've been deputized, deputy. Go.
Gramps!
I told you she ain't here.
Well, I know she ain't here. I just want to get me some coffee.
We ain't got none. We didn't make none today.
That's the first thing a person does in the morning. Are you sure you ain't got some other reason?
Like what?
Well, like, maybe you got some company. Like that fella the sheriff's looking for?
I told you once and for all that shit. You ain't here.
Baby!
She don't need no help.
What is... Ah! Warn me, little...
Now, Dale. You back off. You climb in that Jeep and get out of here. Go on. Well, that's Del Jackson. He stops by sometimes.
More than Ames Woodruff, huh?
Yeah, well, it ain't the same thing.
No, it isn't the same because there is no Ames Woodruff. Because he isn't bringing your truck back because there is no truck because you're lying to me. Thanks a lot for the food.
Mister, you can't just walk out.
No, I'm supposed to stay here till he comes back.
Yeah, well, you can't make it alone. I know. Now, there's no question I was lying. Yet I was just trying to help. I was just trying to keep you here until I pull them dogs out.
Thank you.
Mister, that mountain's pure meat. Now, there are 10,000 ways to get yourself lost. Now, you gotta believe me, there are things a lot worse than getting took by them dogs. Now, I can get you to the top, and the other side's easy. And I can show you how to lose them dogs.
She could.
Lost him again.
Dogs lost him. You'd expect him to track through water.
Do we need the dogs? He crossed somewhere and headed up the mountain. An instinct as old as life itself. A hunted animal always runs up.
Hey, Sheriff! Sheriff! I found him, Sheriff. I found him for you.
Where?
Mr. Gerard, police lieutenant. He's after him, too.
Where is he?
Up there, the Boland's place.
They're kin to me. Cabin near the old mines. Did you see him?
Well, no, I didn't see him exactly. Sheriff, he's up there, and that's for sure. And Cassie Boland's hiding him out.
How do you know?
She wouldn't even let me pass the front door.
If I was her, I wouldn't either.
I'm telling you, Sheriff, she shooed me off with a gun. Well, look what you did to me. She sank half inch of teeth in my hand.
Did you do that today, too?
No, that's last week.
It's worth checking out. How long will it take?
10 minutes in the Jeep.
And warning him all the way, too, if he is up there. Every time that old junk pal Johnson...
Any other way to get up there?
Straight up the mountain. You think you can make it?
I'll make it.
You must want him bad. Coy? You can rest the dogs in the Jeep and bring them up in a couple of hours.
I'm gonna go and cover the back here.
Wait here. Jackson said there was a gun. Okay. I'll go in first.
Why?
Because it's my job to go in first. Not that I don't respect your authority.
Try to respect my intelligence, too.
I respect your gumption. You got plenty of that. Sure messing up that fancy suit, ain't you? Maybe next time you'll wear Levi's.
I'm right, Sheriff. There won't be any next time.
If you're right, and I ain't saying you ain't, you better cover me when I hit that door.
What in the name of the seven sins?
Dell Jackson said there was a fella here, Miss Bolin.
Ain't no young feller been here less than I'm blind.
Where's the girl? Your granddaughter?
I don't see as you got the right to ask.
Miss Bolin, Dell said that...
You want to ask? That's different, Sam. Cassie went out to pick us some berries.
Where?
Where? Anywhere there's berries to be found. Could be any place on this whole mountain.
Sorry to have troubled you, Miss Bolin.
That's not gonna give much light.
Oh, give lots more than light. As long as this burns, you know the air is good. I guess that's something they don't teach you in the city, huh? It's pretty risky, these old tunnels. Timber's rotten. Ain't nobody been in them since the mines gave out. Except me. I come up here all the time. One tunnel running out of another, or you get lost, you'll be in here 100 years.
One of these go through to the other side?
Well, sure. That's how I'm gonna get you out.
Half a day lost.
Oh, maybe not. She said young fella. How would she know that? Somebody washed up.
It's not unknown, even here, Lieutenant.
Not too long ago, either.
What's the matter?
It's dry. You didn't use the towel. Now, what sort of man wouldn't use a rag like this? A man who expects a towel to be clean? A special kind of man? A doctor, maybe? Any idea which way they'd go?
Well, like you said, Lieutenant, up.
Mister, I should have told you, them shorns are loose. Or you just touch them and they maybe come right down. See how easy you can get lost?
Cassie, stop playing games with me. You said you'd get me to the other side.
I said it and I meant it, and I'm going to. I just want to ask you something first.
All right.
A man can get tired running alone.
You want to go along?
It wouldn't be no worry to you. Like, I wouldn't hold you back none.
Cassie, you're holding me back now. If you don't quit, you might as well just hand me over to the sheriff.
Oh, you still sweating about him? Sheriff ain't gonna find you here. So you believe me, don't you?
Is there any reason why I should?
Well, sure. Don't nobody know this old cave except me. I come up here sometimes just to sit. You know, what I call it? I bet you wouldn't guess in 1,000 years. The dreaming room. I bet you think that's pure foolish. A grown girl dreaming.
I guess it depends on what she dreams about.
Well, lots of things. But mostly getting down off this mountain. One of them tunnels goes clear through. You come out on the other side, and you can see the road, white and narrow like a fresh-washed ribbon, twisting and turning all the way down. And kind of hurrying straight across the valley like it just plain can't wait to get to the city. If you could know how often I took that road, just dreaming, I mean.
Doesn't have to be a dream, Cassie.
Well, that's what Graham says. She ran away to Nashville once, stayed 2 years, came back just before my pa was born. Takes a lot of gumption to go down there alone. I wouldn't know which foot to sit in front of the other. Unless somebody took me along and showed me.
Cassie, I can't.
Well, I wouldn't be in your way. And there wouldn't be nothing I wouldn't do.
I'm sorry, Cassie.
can't hardly blame you. A fella like you and something like me. Something you could have picked off a berry bush. Walking down a city street, folks looking and whispering, and maybe laughing behind their hands.
Anywhere, any city in the world, I'd walk with you. I'd be proud to. But I can't. You know I can't. You know I'm running.
Just for fighting? I mean, that ain't nothing. You can go back and sit in jail for a couple of days, and that pays him back, and then you can't stop running. There's something more.
Yeah, a lot more.
You did something bad.
I say I did. I say I killed somebody.
You didn't.
No, but I can't prove that I didn't. That wouldn't be much of a life for you, would it? Always on the go, always looking back. You never know who'd step out of a doorway, sit beside you on a bus or in a restaurant.
I don't care.
I do.
Yeah, well, it seemed like a kind of good idea.
Cassie, listen to me. But don't say anything, just listen to me. You can get down off of this mountain. You don't need me. You don't need anybody. All you need is something to get you started, and you've got that. You want to go. It's just all in yourself. The wanting to go, that's all you need. You understand? So, just pick up that ribbon and follow it down. Promise? I guess you better show me the tunnel.
It's down this way.
Jesse, fire up that lantern.
Not even a decent light.
Oh, lucky the old woman even gave us this.
Well, here's the one. Goes all the way through.
It'll be hard to find him, Lieutenant. There's be a dozen tunnels branching off the main one. Smaller tunnels branching over them.
You run. I'll hold him back. Go on. Sheriff's kin to me. He won't do me no harm. Go on.
Goes all the way through.
Yeah. Question is, which one?
Mr. Bradley? Mr. Bradley? Is he looking for somebody?
You know who we're looking for, Cassie.
I reckon I don't unless you tell me.
The fellow got away from me last night. That's him. Where is he?
Where is he? You think I found me something like this? I let him get away?
It ain't no use fooling with her. We got him cooped up here. He can't get out on this side.
What about the other side?
There's not but one tunnel. I'll phone Barlow Springs and have him close it off. I better see if Jackson's come up with a jeep.
Run, Mr. Ryan! Run, Mr. Run!
Plenty enough air coming in. It's a question of digging out is all. I'd say 6 or 7 hours.
And if the others find us?
Maybe 2 or 3.
He could be halfway across the next state by then.
It ain't a bad place. You get used to it. A kind of a nice room for dreaming.
Got Ken and Wheeling, the Iversons. You find you need some help?
I don't need no help. Not them, not nobody.
You just remember that. You don't need nobody.
Above the mountain, leaving it far below and behind him, Lieutenant Philip Gerard returns home without the man he had come to find and recapture. The other side of the mountain, of many mountains, a road twisting and turning into the future, without promise, without assurance, with a man who must always go alone. Richard Kimball, Fugitive.